Cesar Aspilicueta refuses to comment on Chelsea future ahead of Club World Cup clash. Chelsea captain Cesar Aspilicueta has refused to comment on his future at Stamford Bridge ahead of the Club World Cup semi-final. The 32-year-old has been linked with a move away as his contract is set to expire at the end of the season. Speaking to the press, via Football London, Azpilicueta has refused to comment on his future. The defender instead wishes to focus on the upcoming Club World Cup competition that is set to be underway for Chelsea on Wednesday. He said, "I'm not going to speak about my future. I arrived in London in 2012 without kids. My kids were born there. You know how I feel about Chelsea, but I'm not going to comment on the future." Chelsea fans can read into this however they like, but the Spaniard has been heavily linked with a move back to his hometown in recent weeks. Recent reports have stated that his move to Barcelona is practically done, as he is set to end a 10-year spell at Chelsea. As the summer nears, Barcelona's efforts to lure the versatile defender to Spain continue and grow by the day. Sport report that Azpilicueta is the chosen one to reinforce Barcelona's right-back position next season. Thomas Tuchel wants to keep hold of his club captain, but the right-side central defender has yet to make any decisions over his future at Stamford Bridge. Azpilicueta said last month, "As I always said, I feel I have the trust and confidence of the club, and now I am focused on every game. They are very tough games and I am enjoying the moment." Chelsea are targeting Brighton left-back Marc Cucurella, according to reports. The Champions League holders face an uncertain future regarding their defensive options as Antonio Rudiger, Cesar Aspilicueta and Andreas Christensen have not extended their contracts, which expire at the end of the season. Marcos Alonso has also been linked with a move away from Stamford Bridge, with reports in Spain claiming that Atletico Madrid are interested in a deal this summer. According to Goal, Sevilla's Jules Koundé and Leicester City's Wesley Fofana are both on Chelsea's shortlist of options for a new central defender. But Chelsea are also looking to strengthen their left side and are keeping tabs on Cucurella's situation at Brighton. The 23-year-old joined Brighton in a £15 million deal from Getafe last year and has impressed since his move to the Premier League. Thomas Tuchel was keen to add cover to Chelsea's left flank following Ben Chilwell's season-ending injury, and the club had attempted to recall Emerson Palmieri from his loan spell with Lyon. But Chelsea were unable to agree a compensation fee with the French club, which means the Italy international will remain in League One for the remainder of the season. Chelsea did manage to recall Kennedy from his loan with Flamengo, and the Brazilian was an unused substitute in the extra-time victory over Plymouth in the FA Cup last weekend. Chelsea improve Antonio Rudiger contract offer again, but line up Barcelona star as replacement. Chelsea have upped their contract offer to Antonio Rudiger again and are increasingly hopeful of convincing him to stay, though they are still drawing up transfer plans in case the German departs. The 28-year-old is in the final 5 months of his deal at Stamford Bridge and had looked extremely likely to leave on a free transfer in the summer, with a host of European giants vying to sign him. But more recently, Chelsea have been ramping up talks in an effort to meet the defender's demands, and there is growing optimism that an agreement can be reached. According to Goal.com, the Blues have now offered a salary close to Rudiger's £200,000 a week demands, though there are still some obstacles to overcome. Chelsea are extremely reluctant to offer a big signing-on fee for a player they already own, but rival clubs are happy to stump up the cash given that there is no transfer fee involved. There have also been suggestions that Rudiger has now increased his wage demands even further and wants £225,000 a week from the Blues to make up for the lack of a signing-on bonus. Paris Saint-Germain and Real Madrid still remain very interested in signing the former Roma centre-back and can offer a more lucrative salary than Chelsea plus a big fee. Barcelona's Ronald Araujo is now top of their wish list, and Chelsea are aware that he will only have 1 year left on his contract in the summer, potentially forcing the Spanish side to cash in. The imposing Uruguayan defender has been a regular under Xavi, but contract talks have not gone well, and Chelsea are primed to make a move for the 21-year-old if Rudiger ultimately decides not to sign a new deal. Chelsea midfielder Hakim Ziyech has announced his retirement from Morocco's national team. The decision comes after the 28-year-old was left out of Morocco's squad for their Africa Cup of Nations campaign last month. Last year, Morocco head coach Farhad Halilhodzik accused Ziyech of faking an injury to get out of playing in a friendly and criticized the midfielder's behavior. Ziyech, who has 40 caps for Morocco, has not featured for the national side since June and has now made himself unavailable for the foreseeable future. Obviously I understand them, but I will not return to the national team, Ziyech told Abu Dhabi Sports on Tuesday ahead of Chelsea's Club World Cup campaign. Asked if it's his final decision, Ziyech replied, "Yes, it's my final decision. It's all clear for me how things are going over there. It's all clear for me and I'm focusing on what I'm doing, and right now that's my club." Asked if he felt bad after the decision, Ziyech said, "Of course, who doesn't? But at the end of the day it's the decision he makes and you have to respect it, but if all the lying comes with it, it's for me clear. Like I said before, I will not return to the national team. I understand, it's bad news for Moroccan people. I feel sorry for them, that's the situation right now." Kai Havertz reveals Chelsea ease of adapting to Abu Dhabi training during Club World Cup. Kai Havertz has lifted the lid on Chelsea's Club World Cup training in Abu Dhabi as they look to make history and win the trophy for the first time in the club's history. This comes after Chelsea ran out 1-0 winners over Al Hilal to set up a final against Palmeiras on Saturday. Speaking to Chelsea's Fifth Stand app, Havertz discussed the Blues' training routines in Abu Dhabi and opened up on how they adapted to the heat. He said, "We're all enjoying the weather, it's nice to play football in the sun. We're here with high expectations, a big goal to win the trophy. It's different playing in the sun or the rain. We have a lot of players who played a lot of games in different countries, we are well prepared. We're training well." The German continued to discuss how it has also been different as the Blues have been training without head coach Thomas Tuchel, who is currently isolating with COVID-19. "It's different, without Thomas Tuchel. He's our leader. It's hard when the leader isn't there. It's a big loss. We are all professional enough to find another way to deal with it. The rest of the staff are well prepared." Tuchel hopes to travel to the Middle East for the final as Chelsea look to avenge their 2012 defeat in the Club World Cup final to Corinthians and come up against their fierce rivals, Palmeiras, on Saturday.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.